Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And what are we talking about this time? Well, do you remember PlayStation Stars? We talked about it a little, not too long ago, the new rewards program that Sony was coming up with. Well, it is now launched in Japan. Hasn't come out to North America or Europe yet. And according to the loyalty program, it offers better customer service for those at a higher reward tier. So it launched in Japan September 29th, and people have complained because if you're in the service's fourth tier, you get improved customer service. Users can move up the tiers by buying games from the PlayStation Store and earning trophies, effectively meaning that the more money you spend, the more they like you. So basically you have to, so what's happening is users, when contacting PlayStation customer support, you'll be giving priority chat order. That's what the reward lists. And getting there requires you to first buy 4 games from the PlayStation Store and earn 128 rare trophies in order to get better customer service. So, when you go out and you buy that $500 machine from Sony or wherever, and you buy the $70 controllers and everything like that, they don't give a fly about that. You got to buy 4 games on top of that and then get 128 rare trophies, and then they might give a shit. So let's go around. Now, it could be different in North America. They haven't said, nor have they said it's not. This tier is going to be anywhere else, right? Could just be a Japan thing, could be in North America, could be in Europe as well. They haven't said either way. So right now, and we don't have this service yet in North America, so we don't know, if that's going to be a tier that we're going to get in there. The reward program, I want to mention, also gives players the likes of the PlayStation Store wallet funds and select PlayStation Store products alongside a series of visual or virtual collectibles that are definitely not NFTs, right? So you're getting those virtual collectibles. They're not NFTs. They're just things, we talked about this last time. They're just little things that you can show off and trade with your friends for money. Wait, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm sorry. You can't sell them and use them in other games. Not yet anyway, but they're definitely not NFTs. Anywho, let's go around and see what everybody thinks about this. Shane, what do you think about PlayStation Stars telling you to spend more money?
Well, I know why they call it stars, because they're going to tear open your starfish. Freaking people, man. Sony has become so just pathetically money grabby POS. It angers me. Let's do a scenario. We call customer support. Pat, call me and say, yeah, I have a problem with my console. Go ahead.
Hey, Sony, I don't want your console.
Did you buy any games?
Lots of games, and I have a PlayStation 5.
Oh, sweet. Very nice. You need to buy 5 more games. Your console's not working? Can't help you till you buy 5 more games. So you're going to need to buy a new console and get those 5 games. Then I'm going to hook you up.
And don't forget about all the rare achievements.
Oh, and sorry about the achievements. Yep, got to have those. What a load of horse crap. That's just pathetic. Sony is doing everything possible to be terrible. They truly are. It's just angering. They're every step they seem to be taking leads to just complete and utter just chaos and control over every little aspect and prevention of anybody from the outside world, getting anything from them. Their fan base is diehard, but are they really going to tolerate this? Really, I just can't see it. I would hope not. But in the world we live in, people like a little S&M, right, Nick? I'm really surprised that they're taking some of the steps they are. This whole Stars program is basically pay to, be taken care of. When you buy that $500 console, that is when that company should say, hey, This guy dropped $500 on our console. Let's take care of him. You know, did he buy the last console? Yes, he did. You know, it's on their records. Did he buy the last one? Sure, he did. Take care of your people. It shouldn't be, well, you got to get achievements. You got to buy all these games for me to talk to you like you're a human frickin' being. Doesn't work that way around here. This is Sony land. Sony land, you got to pay to play. So I don't know. I'm trying not to rant and rave because it pisses me off so bad. So I apologize. But it's such an ass-minded thing. I just have a hard time wrapping my brain around it. And the Jack Ryan, or where the hell the CEO is of Worldwide Scrotum Hats, he can just suck it if he's in charge of this. Jim Ryan, I think is his name. Anyways, go ahead, Pat. I'm getting pissy.
I would love to have been in the boardroom when this was pitched and nobody saw this as an issue. This is going to be a perk, guys. When you get to the 4th tier, you get priority customer service.
Yep.
Let alone the people who probably got to 4th tier don't ever use freaking customer service, right? Because they're not the people that are suffering. The people that are brand new to the ecosystem and are having trouble are the ones reaching out to customer service, right? So basically, Sony is proving that they aren't anti-consumer. They are pro more money you spend consumer. Because basically, the more money you spend with them, the higher your priority is to them, which we all know is typically true with anything in the world, any company in the world, but try to hide it. They're not trying to hide it. They're trying to flaunt it. They're like, hey, that guy right there, he bought me my new goldfish boots and the platform boots, you know, the goldfish in the bottom. This guy, he bought a console and it got me like a feather for my cap or something. I don't care about that guy. He put him in the back of the line. If he's still there when we get to him, then we'll help him out. But if he dropped off, we don't care. We already got our money from him. What this really is to me is this is anti-poor people. I mean, really is what it is to me, because if you don't spend the majority of your dollars with Sony and don't play on Sony the majority or play on Sony that much, they don't care about you. I mean, that's really the way it basically lines out, right? Which is what most companies do anyway. Don't get me wrong. Every company is this way. You just don't know about it, right? I guarantee you secretly Microsoft has statistics on how many games every player that's in their ecosystem owns and plays on their console, how much time they put into their console, all this stuff. But I'm not sure that they prioritize customer service based off of that. But I don't know. Maybe they do, but they just don't tell anybody. If Sony wanted to do that, they should have just never said anything, right? I mean, it's a very much a slap in the face. And I'm sure that boardroom, everybody was smacking themselves on the back for that idea. Let's give them, everybody will love this. Tier 4 people get first come in line ahead of all the peasants behind them. You know, I don't care if you've been waiting in a line for an hour on this chat service. One of our tier 4s come in, you just get shoved back even further to the line. That person coming in front. You know, we're going to roll out the red carpet, you know, throw the gold in the air, the flowers on the floor, and just greet them with everything we got. But everybody else, all those other peasants can just keep waiting in the line back there. It's typical Sony, in my opinion. They have very much go in the anti-consumer route, and this is just another thing for it, you know. If you don't spend all your hard-earned money with us, we don't care about you. So keep buying our games and playing them, but we're not going to take care of you. We're going to make you go to the back of the line. It's stupid. And I don't see how anybody at Sony, when this was come up as an idea, didn't see this coming as a Backlash item. I mean, to me, it's so blatantly obvious. If somebody said, hey, we're going to make you pay for customer service, I would have been like, what? Who thinks this is a great idea, guys? Do you not think we're going to get flamed into oblivion for this? But I don't know. It's stupid, asinine, idiotic. Every term you can use for it is basically what it is. It's borderline freaking psychotic. I mean, they are flaunting it to no end. I don't know how else to express this to anybody out there. If you are that big of a Sony fan, do you really not think this is blatant? Just, we don't care about you unless you spend a lot of money with us. I mean, I don't know. If you play the console all the time, this shouldn't be a problem, right? You're going to get in tier 4, and you're going to get rare achievements because rare achievements just happen. If you happen to play the game when they first come out, just like on Microsoft system, if you get a game right when it comes out and you play it any length of time, you're going to get rare achievements because not very many people have achieved in those games. But like Sony's trophies are a little bit different. You know, they have the platinum trophies and things like that. And Xbox is more based off of like rarity, how many people have it, and then how hard it is. So, and the rarity can change, right? The more people that get the trophy, the less rare it becomes. So it's not quite as rare trophy, and stuff like that. So it reeks of anti-consumerism. It reeks of pay to basically get priority service, which happens in life. But think of this as any other service in life. And it probably happens that we don't know about it. But think about if your cable company did this to you and all you had was internet with them. Every time you called in, you got put in a queue. But anybody who had cable and internet got put ahead of you because all you have is internet. Or forbid the holy grail of the customer come along that has the ultimate TV package with the phone service. Oh, my God, the phone service, you know. They're going to get put right in front of line with you. But that's enough my rant because I think this is stupid. This is a stupid move. So I'm going to have to get out of here before I start talking like Shane. Nick, what other opinions do you got of this that are probably maybe better than what Shane and I are about to start spouting off?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you had to buy 4 games. You know, my whole thing is you have to buy 4 games and you have to earn 128 rare trophies. And one of the things I thought about is rare trophies are a part of the trophy system per game, but how many rare trophies are in each game, right? Because you have the different tiers. You do have trophies that are considered rare, right? When you unlock them, they show up as being rare. And it's like, how many rare trophies are in a game, right? So let's say, I don't know how many trophies in total a game has. Let's say 20, and maybe 5 of them are considered rare. So you have to buy a lot more than 4 games to get 128 rare trophies, right? So it's like, you know, I mean, that's a pretty high number. I don't know how many. I mean, I don't know how many trophies I have. Not a lot compared to achievements on Xbox, but I mean, that's, you know, and maybe that statistic is not as high as I think it is. I just think that that's a pretty high stat to achieve. You know, besides the buying 4 games part. But yeah, I don't understand why, you know, that has to be a part of the tier. We have services. We do have services that do give you priority access, right? And there are usually, you know, you have to pay more, right? Even for like if you buy a laptop, right, from like HP or something like that, and you want to get the priority access, better customer service, they do have where you can pay to get that, right? I used to work at a place doing support for Hewlett Packard, and they had that, right? If you wanted to pay for it. Now, it was the thing you had to pay for, right? So this is not a thing you have to pay for. This is just, I mean, you do, I guess, in a case, right? But still, I mean, you still got customer service. The only difference was that, you know, if you did pay for that service, you went to a different group, right? It prioritized you to a different group that had a smaller subset of people than your average person who just went into the normal pool, right? It's a different pool of people. And we have different stuff like that in the United States for consumers that want to pay. But it is, you know, it's a rewards program. And when I think of a rewards program for a console or any sort of manufacturer or any sort of loyalty program, right? This is basically what that is a loyalty program. So a loyalty program should just reward the consumer for being loyal, not with better customer service and stuff, but just freebies for being, right? That entices people to be more a part of the environment and the ecosystem by giving them free stuff instead of just saying like, you know, jump through these hoops, dog, and we'll give you some treats at the end. That's pretty much how this is coming off, right? More than you're rewarded for being loyal. It's like, spend this money and do as we ask you to do, and then we'll give you higher priority for that. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I mean, who thought this would fly? I don't think this would, I mean, maybe in Japan, it doesn't seem that way, but definitely not in like North America and stuff, I could see this tier not being included here in North America. I don't think it would fly here. It doesn't seem to be flying in Japan, but it definitely wouldn't fly here, I don't think.
Right. And it looks like rare trophies are basically silver and up. Because I was like, what is a rare trophy in PlayStation Land? Because they're always bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, right? You platinum a game or whatever, you know. So silver and above trophies are considered rare. So it's common for bronze, rare for silver, and so on and so forth, you know. So rare and then very rare and ultra rare. So, you know, I guess you just need to get 128 plus silver or higher trophies. And what I couldn't find out is if it's retroactive, right? So as soon as I sign up for stars, if my past is playing into that, right? And whatever, you know, but I guess, you know, kind of thinking about it, we do have certain things like that. I keep forgetting about loyalty subscription plans because, you know, I don't participate in a whole lot of loyalty programs myself. I don't pull out my loyalty card when I go to a store or anything like that because I'm typically not a brand loyalist. I don't consider myself loyal to any one brand. I'm loyal to the deal. You know, I'm like looking for the best deal, whether that's groceries, whether that's pet food or pet supplies. I don't shop at just one place. I'm like, who has the better deal? You know, and stuff like that. So I'm not one of those people. So typically I don't participate in loyalty programs, but I guess technically they do have some of that stuff, right? I mean, I don't know if it comes down to customer service level stuff, but maybe it does in some of these that I'm just not aware of. I know sometimes they give you a special priority line, like what you were talking about, Nick, is, you know, like an HP or a Dell higher tiered customer service. You get a special phone number you get to dial, or you get a special phrase or 10-digit code when you dial in for service, which typically, from what I understand on those type of things, typically skips tier 1 support. And, you know, you have to go through that whole rigmarole of, did you unplug it and plug it back in, hold the power button down, the stupid crap like that, you know, that you get through. It typically does that. But I mean, I guess it is, if you think about it, it's paid for customer service. So it's just a little bit more in your face. It's not something that you see or read about that often. But I guess, you know, I'm kind of getting worked up a little over nothing because that is typical service when you think about it now. You could go to any of these places and buy their Geek Squad protection. It gets you priority service at Best Buy and things like that. But I don't think they spell it out quite that obvious, in my opinion. They're not like PlayStation, which just smacked you in the face with it. They're like, we ain't hiding shit. Whoosh, here you go. This is what you get.
True.
Yeah, it's not as blatant, but you think about, like, you know, when we traveled, we stayed in hotels, and hotels had loyalty programs. The more we spent, right, or the more that our company spent on our travel, the better rewards we got. We got priority parking. We got little gift bags when you go into the thing, you know, and you get I remember going on site and there was a VIP lounge. And because of all the points and stuff that we collected, it was at the top of the hotel, and you go up there and have drinks and various things. And it was only the people that spent the most money.
Right. But I would never think that they would smack me out of line or smack somebody out of line to put me in front, like walking into like a hotel as a diamond member, you know, like a Hilton diamond member. They're not going to be like, oh, get in front, move out of the way. There's a diamond guy here. Move him in front of this bronze person. I never felt like that was
they rolled the red carpet out.
Yeah. There's never anything like that.
Gonna say.
It was perks, right? It's more perks, not like we're going to prioritize you over this other person. It's just like, we'll give you perks for being a rewards member, right? Like you mentioned, parking, and you get the little goodie bags in your room and the free water, that, you know, and stuff like that, or the VIP lounges.
But, right. And that's what I was saying about this is rewards, the PlayStation Stars is not a purchasable program. You don't have to pay to get into Stars. Stars is just a loyalty program that you just sign up for and you're part of.
But you do have to pay.
Well, like all loyalty programs, you do pay, right? I mean, like the hotel loyalty one that Nick was using an example. You have to stay the night in their hotel, which is paying, if you will. But same thing with Sony, right? You buy games, you get points. You play games, you get points. I mean, Xbox has very much the same thing.
But you shouldn't have to pay to be taken care of when you have issues.
Yes, exactly. I don't think that Xbox, I mean, they might, but they don't blatantly advertise that if I call into customer service that I'll get a priority or a lower priority depending on my gamer score or whatever my position has to be in their rewards program. Because I mean, you don't get. Do you get points for buying games? I think you don't, unless it's on the click the box and we'll give you 6,000 points if you purchase this, pre-order this game. I don't think you get points just for buying a game.
No, you don't.
You only get it for those certain games.
Right. But I mean, you can also get free points, right? You go in and watch their little clip of their game trailer and they'll give you 5 points. You answer their survey, they give you 10 points, stuff that I do participate in those. And I will probably sign up for the PlayStation Stars just to check it out, because I saw that you can get wallet funds through that as well, which is my favorite thing for Xbox rewards, is that I'm often trading in points for $10 gift cards. So if I could do the same thing on the PlayStation one, but I don't play enough, I think, to get their rewards money or wallet points.
4 games a year, 5, it depends on their exclusives.
Points expire every month on there,
Yeah. But the thing is, though, yes, there are loyalty programs you pay for, and this isn't a loyalty program. This is a way to milk you out of money to get service when you have issues. You're having a PlayStation problem. You call them up. You say, hey, my PlayStation sounds like a jet plane. Okay, sir, but I have 20 people behind you that bought more games than you. So I'm going to put you in the back of the line. And if you're still here when I get back to you, well, you've got patience, because I don't give a crap about you.
What's funny is that I wonder how, if they never said this, would you even know? Do they have a queue counter? That would be the dead giveaway, right? You're like, you're number 37 in the queue. And then you go, you're number 30. And then it's like, you're number 45. What? I just went up 15 points, are in the queue. But in my opinion, those newbies are the ones you should be taking care of more than the veterans, right? Because the veterans, we don't need as much assistance, right? I can never remember. It's been years since I've been on a chat line with Sony support for anything. It's been years.
The last time I talked to them was when they had that big hack on the PlayStation 3 era. Dealing with that crap. That was the only time I've ever talked to them. And I was absolutely miserable by their customer service. It was horrendous. But I'm also very impatient and not a people person. So I'm impatient, not a people person. That's really rough on me, especially when it comes to my money. My money is very precious. I can give up kids, but I can't give up money. But it's just not right. Exactly. Money is my precious, because I don't have much, so I take care of it when I do got it. But it's just wrong to basically single out people that, like you said, Pat, can't afford to buy those 4 games a month or a year or whatever. Some people, they get on a game and they play it. Look at the people that play Fortnite. That's what they play. That's it. That's all they play. They've already got all the trophies or whatever you want to call them. They've already blasted through all that. So they don't, they're not going to qualify. So when their PlayStation breaks down and they call them, they are going to get screwed, because somebody with money just bought 4 games and they got all the achievements. Or the trophies. So it's a load of crap.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder too, they say that those who have done the 4 games and 128 achievements, they get the better customer support, right? It's higher priority chat. How long does that last? Is that forever, or does that cycle out every quarter or every year where you have to do it again, right? I mean, because it's a weird tier, right? Because I would assume eventually, through time, everyone's going to hit that, right? And so there really isn't going to be no high priority chat order, because everyone's high priority chat at that point.
By that point, they'll be tier 1,297 or something. They're just going to keep adding tiers. So that everybody in the new, could you imagine? That's the tier system. We'll give people in the 1,200 tier top priority, and it goes by that order, and the brand new players are in tier 1, and you're like, am I ever going to catch up? It's like me looking at Nick's gamer score going, I'm never catching up to that guy. Never, And then me looking at Shane's going,
Nope.
I have a chance, but he plays as much as I do, so I'm not sure I'll ever catch up. But with Nick, I'm looking at it going, no damn way in hell I'm ever catching up to that.
Yeah. I mean, some people play in their sleep. Some people play with their feet when they're playing other things with their hands. It's ridiculous. But
yeah, Nick's playing like 3 games at any given time. He's got his Switch out. He's got his Xbox going. Freaking got his mini game going on somewhere. He's got 3 controllers sitting on his lap, just swapping them out.
yeah, he's got one of those little mouth things that paraplegics use, playing with his mouth.
If only I was that coordinated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Does anybody have anything else they want to add to this?
Suck a butt, Sony.
Suck a butt. Just like Pat, I'm sure I'll check out this service as well. I don't ever call into those customer service lines, very rarely, if ever. But yeah, I agree. It's for the newer people, those that are not gamers or not around tech a lot, they're going to want to, me and Pat are the ones that will take apart our PlayStation or Xbox controllers and then regret it. Even though we can put it back together, we're never taking one of those apart again because they're a pain in the butt. But we will, right? I've taken both of them apart, and I don't want to ever do that again because they are a pain. So many springs and small pieces. But for those people that do need it, they should just get priority, right? Everybody should be equal in the form of customer service because those people that really need it need to be a part of the line. What they should do is everybody who buys a PlayStation, if they want to do something like that, customer service type thing, is everybody that buys a PlayStation, registers it, and signs up for stars gets a month of priority chat access, right?
That's everybody. Why would you be calling into Sony if you didn't have a PlayStation?
No, I mean everybody that buys a PlayStation 5 registers the PlayStation 5. Yeah,
that month.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though.
And then signs up for stars.
If let's
just
say,
for a month, the month you buy it or whatever.
Let's say everybody gets their PlayStation Stars program. You know how many people are going to call that line just to screw with the lesser people? Oh, I don't need nothing. I just wanted to push them people back a little bit.
I guess, I forgot about that. Just to be those people. Yeah, the internet's full of trolls. The internet's full of trolls.
You're not that guy, pal.
Well, remember, this is priority chat service, so not the phone. It's just going to be the on the over the internet chat box that you.
It's going to be a resurgence of ASL in the chat now. They're going to be asking all the Sony reps, ASL.
They're going to hire Clippy to keep track of everybody. I know it's Microsoft, but still, he can get around.
Sony uses Word.
Yeah, they use Word. Everybody uses Word. Come on. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Let us know down in the comments below what do you think of loyalty programs? And do you think that, for a free loyalty program, should it include, customer service, a higher tier customer service just for buying more of your product, for spending more, for being a whale, basically, in a sense, right, to the service? Should you get higher priority access? I think most companies would say yes, but I think most people would probably say no. But let us know what you think down below. Also, let us know that down below. And also, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notifications to stay up to new videos that we do all the time. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.